Good morning. It is day 32 of Marcus and Me, and it is so appropriate for what we're witnessing or hearing about on every television across the whole United States empire. So this is a great one. Go to the YouTube channel to listen to it in its entirety so you understand there's nothing new under the sun. Maybe in your own lifetime, but not under the existence of this planet that is the third rock from the sun. Today's 32nd Marcus meditation begins. The age of the Vespasian, for example. People doing the exact same things. Marrying, raising children, getting sick, dying, waging war, throwing parties, doing business, farming, flattering, boasting, distrusting, plotting, hoping others will die, complaining about their own lives, falling in love, putting away money, seeking high office and power. And that life they led is nowhere to be found. Or the age of Trajan, the exact same things, and that life too, gone. Survey the records of other eras and see how many others gave their all and soon died and decomposed into the elements that form them. But most of all, run through the list of those you knew yourself, those who worked in vain, who failed to do what they should have remained fixed on and found satisfaction in. A key point to bear in mind: the value of attentiveness varies in proportion to its object. You're better off not giving the small things more time than they deserve. Marcus Aurelius, day 32, in book 4. Dogs growl. You know, today is probably the best day to have read this Marcus because of everything going on in the current Roman day empire here in America, where people still believe in democracy and don't realize we were supposed to be a republic. But that's all been co-opted. But here's the deal. If you examine history, and you had very good emperors back in Rome, some of them weren't so bad. For instance, he's talking about Trajan. Trajan was one of the best Roman emperors that Rome ever had. And make no mistake, this is modern day Rome. I hate to tell people this. Also, Titus Flavius Vespasianus was this emperor, the age of Vespasian. And he ruled for 10 years, 69 to 79. And he was a humble ruler. And he led to the Flavian dynasty. And our founding fathers even considered not creating a republic because they knew what would happen here in this country. And look at what we're witnessing. They knew that the civil service would grow so great, it would drain the middle class. And they knew from past history, because they were very well educated, that all empires eventually meet their ends. So, nothing new today as we look out onto the world stage. I would advise everybody to go read Marcus Aurelius's Meditation, Day 32, Book 4, instead of going off to get yourself arrested or standing there with more poster board signs that you probably rail against littering and cutting down trees. And, you know, you're probably a little eco-Nazi out there with a piece of poster board claiming we have a dictator. And this is far beyond President Trump anyway, what's going on. And as Marcus is saying here, there's nothing new down here. There's nothing new going on. It's just you are living in this time frame. And 32 is tying in with 31. And I guess if you love to hold poster board signs and you love to protest things, then I guess love the discipline you know, as he wrote yesterday, and let it support you, because probably a lot of these people are being paid. Anyway, so I think 31 and 32 are very good to tie in, and that's basically what he's doing, because he's also saying here the value of attentiveness varies in proportion to its object, and that we should have, we find out that we work in vain for a lot of things. We fail to do what we should have done, and a lot of that is because of our lack of attentiveness and finding satisfaction. And as humans, we're always dissatisfied, often. A lot of people are. This culture is arranged to make us dissatisfied. Psychologically, we're under warfare all the time. If you turn on the TV, look at a billboard, look at a magazine cover, you're constantly bombarded with images that go deep into the unconscious mind, making you unsatisfied with the current state you're in. So, it's a really good Marcus, really good today, and it really, I mean, how exciting that it lines up with everything going on in our country today. I love this part where he says, survey the records of other eras and see how many others gave their all and soon died and decomposed into the elements that formed them. It's so dark. So dark. Something like Edgar Allan Poe. Of course, I've always loved my dark poets and all. But anyway, my thoughts on Marcus and day 32 and how apropos that is today with all of these protests and everyone thinking, you know, you have so many people getting upset, and it's like, this is all like nothing. If you studied his history, it's not even anything to really, just stay out of the mix, be an individual and go do something you love. And don't waste your time watching all, unless, you know, you want to be entertained, because that's really all it is. What did Bane say in Batman? Are you entertained? Have a great day, everybody. Peace be with you. And make sure you go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, and watch the video I'm going to be posting today about how much work goes into these red letter earrings, because I never even took stock in how much is involved. I just make them, and it's very interesting. So go to YouTube and you can see that full video as well. Thanks for all the support to the local Hampshire County Stray Billy, and thanks for all the honks yesterday, and God bless you all, and may you have a glorious weekend.